Google has been around since September of 1998. Google just celebrated its 21st birthday. Yay! And since then, Google has purchased more than 200 companies, and the combined total is unknown. You can look at the Wikipedia page, and a lot of the entries don't have a price. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the top 10 most expensive purchases that Google has made to buy other companies in its entire history. This list is pretty crazy. Before we get into the list, I just want to give one honorable mention to Android. In 2005, a long time ago, Google purchased Android. So if you're watching this on an Android phone, that's how that whole thing happened. Remember the T-Mobile G1, the first Android phone? Shouts if you had that thing. First one on the list, number 10. In 2011, for a cool $700 million, Google bought a company called ITA Software, which eventually became Google Flights as we know it today. Number 9, in 2009, Google purchased a company called AdMob for $750 million. If you see a banner ad or an ad in a mobile game or in any app, it's probably powered by AdMob. Number 8, in 2017, Google completed its acquisition of HTC. Not the entire company because Google doesn't own the Vive, but according to The Verge, it was 2,000 of HTC's hardware engineers went over to work at Google. The purchase was $1.1 billion. And when was the last time you heard the name HTC as it relates to a smartphone? It's probably been a while. Number 7, in 2013, Google purchased Waze for $1.15 billion. Waze is a great GPS. I use it all the time. It feels a little bit better than Google Maps. I'm not going to get too deep into why Waze is better than Google Maps, but yeah, Google owns Waze and Google Maps. Number 6, where are you watching this video right now? In 2006, Google bought YouTube. Fun fact, I feel like a lot of people forget or even don't know that at all. The acquisition cost Google $1.7 billion, and I think they got a good deal. Number 5, this purchase actually happened very recently. A couple of weeks ago, Google purchased Fitbit. If you don't know what Fitbit is, they make those kind of smart bands, smartwatches. That acquisition cost Google $2.1 billion. Number 4, this is also a semi-recent acquisition. This year in 2019, Google bought a company called Looker, which personally I've never heard of. I had to do research on them before I made this video. It cost Google $2.6 billion to buy this company. And according to Google's website, Looker is a unified platform for business intelligence, data applications, and embedded analytics. So take that as you will. But clearly there's value in this company because they were just acquired for over $2 billion. Number 3. In 2007, Google purchased a company called DoubleClick, which you might have heard of, for $3.1 billion. DoubleClick is an ads manager, it's software, and according to Wikipedia, clients include Microsoft, General Motors, Coca-Cola, Motorola, L'Oreal, Palm, Apple, yeah, the list goes on. Number 2. In 2014, Google bought Nest, and that cost them $3.2 billion. Nest is a home automation company. You might even have a Nest camera in your home. Well, Google now owns Nest and has owned Nest for the past couple of years. Number 1, Google's most expensive purchase ever. In 2012, they bought Motorola Mobility for $12.5 billion, and then just a few years later sold it to Lenovo for $2.9 billion. And funny enough, Motorola is holding an event in Los Angeles and they're reviving the Razr. It's gonna be the Razr, except the entire thing is gonna have a touchscreen and it's gonna fold. I made a video about this a really long time ago and I'm actually going to the event in LA, so stay tuned for a video. And that is gonna do it for today's episode of Tech Tuesday. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me do this with another company. I'm sure Microsoft has had some crazy purchases. Facebook has had some crazy purchases. Apple has had some crazy purchases. I think this could be a cool little series that I do. Let me know if you want to see more. Before you go, I'll do the work for you. The top 10 most expensive purchases by Google adds up to somewhere in the realm of $28 billion. I did the math. According to these numbers, it's $28.910 billion. So let's call it $30 billion. And remember, at the beginning of this video, I told you that Google has purchased over 200 companies that we even know about, and most of them don't even have a price. So if they spent $30 billion on the top 10, they've probably, I would say, spent at least, 50 billion, maybe even 100 billion on companies. Yeah, Google has a lot of money. Okay, I'm ending the video here. I'll catch you in the next one.